Welcome. Welcome to Church Folk
Welcome
to
to Church Folks Be Talking.
This is the
This is
lunch
our
note.
into our cups. The lunch note edition. Look at
All
here.
right.
You see what's happening here?
Right.
Podcasters, show yours off. I'll be vent like a YouTube video. Church Folks Be Talking. When were we established? 19
We were established last year in September.
22.
Yes, 2022.
I was gonna say 19. I'm so used to like your birthday shirts.
Right.
They say established 19 something.
But welcome.
Welcome.
Church Folks Be Talking lunch note edition.
Let's go. The New Year's lunch note.
The New Year's.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a quote here that I like to mention by George Santayana in 1905, Life Reason. And he said this,
The life of reason.
Life of Reason. And I've used this as one of my dissertation quotes in my chapter. Yes.
Okay.
He said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
I remember those who can't remember the past are doomed to repeat it.
Right. And my name is Dr. Graham Brown. This is my beautiful wife, Frankie. Dr. Graham Brown. Make sure I get it right this time.
Thank you for the new year.
She's going to kill me if I don't say it. We're glad to have you guys
We're glad to have you back. We're glad to have you back.
Year.
It's been a while. Our last pile was Physical Touch, which was actually New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
Right.
Or the 31st of December
of last year.
So now we're back.
We're back
with some new topics, some new collaborations coming.
Our color
and
shirt.
We got new merch. Well, we have merch this year. Come on and show. Well,
let's move this out of the way a little bit.
Bring it this way.
I know you cannot see Church
Show it up there
talking. But
lunch notes. Well, if you
lunch note
put your chest in, lean over. It says it. Church folks be talking. One of the things we have to learn as a new brand is that we're going to make mistakes, right? And so when we were making these shirts, I want to do mine too.
Yours too. All right.
We were making.
Show us boobs.
You're going to say something like that. One of the things you do was we make mistakes, and we had the idea together, but we didn't realize last minute we changed the color of our shirt from white to blue, and the purple font totally got drowned out by the blue. So
right, and you know, on the computer, it looked good.
It looked good.
It came out, but unfortunately,
it didn't come out.
It didn't come out the way we were expecting.
But the lunch notes, give it to them again. This is what we're talking about. This is our lunch note series. So, okay, put your chest back in. Still suck it in a little bit. Contract and release.
Contracting and release.
So that is what we got going on, and we also got another shirt, but we're gonna unveil that at our next show. And then we have these really fun,
awesome
vegan. You know, my husband loves this picture. You know, this is probably our last date night, so maybe if we get another one, we can get another cup.
Oh, yeah. Then we have
obviously Church Folks Be Talking.
Church Folks Be Talking.
Not available yet, but if you have interest and you want to sip that tea while you're talking to your church mothers and fathers and see what's happening, we encourage you to let us know, and we can make more for you.
But it's not going to be ganja tea.
We not providing what's in it. We just giving you the vessel.
The vessel.
Right? What you want ganja tea?
And whenever you pour in it, that's your business.
That's like Tabitha says,
Right.
that's your business.
But we are glad to be here today, and we're going to talk a very interesting topic.
Yeah, talk about a very interesting
Because
topic.
I know for a fact that every new year, everyone make
Mhm.
a New Year resolution.
Right. So our goal is solutions to your resolutions. I was recently in my
So
Toastmasters
that
meeting.
again, solutions.
Solutions to keep your resolutions.
That's interesting. I love that.
We're going to provide those, right? I was in my Toastmasters meeting on last Wednesday, and shout out to Anne. She said that it's not a New Year's resolution. She's working on a New Year's revolution.
A New Year. She want to start a war or something?
I mean, she's very pro whatever she is.
Well, actually, she's starting a war with her body. And so listen,
be a fight.
a fight.
We're not losing this year. We're not losing this battle.
No, we're not.
Right?
Because, yes, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna let you finish.
Yeah. No,
Learning
because
to listen
it
this
is the
year.
new year, and have you made New Year's resolutions?
Well, I have and haven't. One of the things that we started off our year is as church folks be talking. My New Year's resolution is to slow down when I talk, I guess. Is we did a vision board workshop with our church, and we had about 30 guests, 30 members come, and we had a fine time. We spent
go get it. Yeah.
We spent the first Saturday of the year, and we all worked on our vision boards, what we wanted for our personal life, our family, our health, our wealth, our physical and mental, our social. And we really worked on those, and we enjoyed ourselves. I definitely will pop in an image of everybody's work at the end so we can see. And this year we really focused on a couple of different things. If you can see it, you want to narrate a little bit about what we got going on over here?
Well, we have fitness.
Yeah.
By invitation only.
This year is by invitation only. Don't come for me unless we send for you.
That's right. Watch it now.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
But that's our vision board that we did for.
We got church folks be talking.
Church folks be talking. All right.
Definitely the beach, and we put our babies on there. We put our baby number 1, the OG, and then the one who thinks she's the OG. Zarin Grace.
But she runs
she definitely runs the show. We're focused on a home, a house of our own. Style is always a must.
My wife own car again, so we are praying for the miracle for God. We'll do that.
And you see, I had to add it in.
Yeah.
This is for Pedro. Hopefully, I should have put it in flashing red.
What's that?
Date nights.
Date nights, and believe you me, it is my task for this year.
I just want a little attention this year.
And then we did another one in our couple ministry. This was awesome, actually.
This was in 2017.
Right. Oh my goodness.
2017.
Yeah.
And I must say, I love this one. This is the one we actually had a chance to really do it. This past workshop, we were all over the place, helping people, making sure they got it. But I want to say we got a lot of these things accomplished. Other than the car. Well, no, we did get a new car.
You got a new car.
When we were working on this plan, we were riding around.
A baby too.
We were riding around in the church van for like 6 months.
We got a baby too.
And we had not today, but we had there. We had.
But that was part of.
That was part of the plan, and we made that happen. And we both graduated.
Both graduated. That was the goal.
So I think it's important. But do I have resolutions or revelations for this year? For me, I want to be more intentional about, I would say, I don't know. Do you have any? Let me think about that.
Well, I never make any.
Do you make resolutions?
No, I don't actually.
Is it because that you know that you can't keep them, or you just never thought about the practice of doing it?
Never thought about the practice of doing it, to be honest with you. I just go with the flow. That's my personality.
That sounds about right.
And
that sounds about right.
Personally, I'm a very active person. You know that.
Yeah.
So it come natural for me. Born and raised in Jamaica, I used to run, and active, do a lot of walking. So
fitness
that's
isn't
why I said
really a need to be a resolution because you do that all the time.
Right,
anyway.
I do it all the time. But one of the things is that I make sure I am intentional about it and just carry out and do it, because so many people make resolution.
That's good.
Yeah. So many people make resolution and just don't fulfill those resolutions.
Well, definitely. Okay, so I'm thinking if I have resolutions, definitely a lot of them are on our vision board. But for me, on purpose, I definitely want to focus more on taking care of myself and not really depending on people to, make me happy, I imagine. And we talked about that last year. I booked a ticket for myself to go to a concert all by myself this year because I wanted people to go with me. And the longer I waited, you're just going to keep waiting on people. And I'm not doing that this year. So if you ain't trying to go, I ain't going.
Why not invite your husband?
Like I said, because you sit there with the frumpy face if you don't like whatever you don't like, and I don't have time for it. So I know I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm taking myself out. So I'm going to start doing things by myself because I don't want to depend on other people to go with me for it. So that's one resolution I'm doing. I'm just getting it done.
By yourself.
All right?
That's on too, right, babe?
Something by myself.
But
by myself.
It's good.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I want to go to school by myself. What's wrong with that? You're more than welcome to be invited to go. But the thing is, if both of us go, then we got to figure out who's going to watch the kids. It's a whole ordeal. How long is that going to last?
Well, the goal was that she would, some of her friends here would go, but unfortunately, she had not heard back from anyone.
I don't have that many.
Many friends.
Things I like to do.
Yeah.
And they got their own lives. New York is something that friendship isn't on people's priority. To do active friendships.
And I want my wife.
I ain't got time for that no more.
Well, I want her to go and enjoy herself.
That's it.
It's not said I would love
for you to go with me.
I know you love to go with me, but unfortunately.
But again, we have the whole ordeal of who's going to watch the kids. How is that going to work?
Right,
how much we got to pay for 2 tickets versus 1 ticket?
So we got to factor that in.
Right.
Even though I don't like the idea that she go by herself, but at the same time, she needs that because she does a lot of work with the girls, and sometimes you do need that.
You need your me time,
personal time,
me time to enjoy yourself.
I'm good to go. The concert that she's going to is pretty decent, so I'm
excited.
Yeah,
I'm going to see WizKid. I'm going to see WizKid. If you know me or anything.
But for future reference, so we have go to concert together.
What's the last concert we went to?
Last one, I know. What's the concert that artist that you like again?
Music.
Music Shop.
That was a long time ago. For my birthday, long time.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful just to see her a smile on her face and do things together.
I remember he kept saying, "Oh, can we go? Is it time to go yet? Can we go yet?" I was like, "My song hasn't even been played yet. You ready to go?"
No, I didn't say that.
You were.
I remember saying that.
Because I wanted to hear So Beautiful. That's my favorite song.
I never
and it was at the very end. And I was like, can we wait until he sings that song? Then we can go.
No, you were enjoying it. You were enjoying the song. And why should I say let us go? I don't remember. I never recollect.
You won't remember that. That's okay. I remember little things like that. Okay. But I'm not going to be a petty Betty. Let's move forward. Petty, I remember. Yeah. Solutions to keep your resolutions. So we know about keeping resolutions. Let's talk a little bit about what I want to do is talk a little bit about the history of New Year's.
Let's delve into that.
And then we'll get some stats, obviously. And then we'll talk about solutions to keep your resolutions, giving you 10 ways. What is it, babe? 10 ways to make healthy lifestyle changes that'll benefit
10 ways to make lifestyle change easy. And this was from the CHAR from Center of Health, Eating and Activity Research.
And we'll reference that. I'll let you take over, take control of that. Okay, Jesus can take the wheel. When we get to that. All right. I don't like it. I'm taking the train.
So you can take my
All right. Choo choo. All right, here we go. Did you know when we talk about New Year's, it's a thing that we do, a tradition that is done so often that sometimes we don't even know the origin story or even how we became how we came to celebrate a particular
holiday.
So I wanted to delve into that. And so New Year's celebration was recorded back almost 4,000 years ago by the ancient Babylonians. All right. And Julius Caesar was actually the first, and everyone knows who Julius Caesar is. He was the first one to actually create a calendar where January was the beginning of our new year. And that was modeled after the goddess Janus, Janus. And that's how we came with January. Janus was a two-faced god whose spirit inhabited arches and doorways.
God.
One-faced, two-faced.
Oh, he's two-faced.
We already know how that innuendo goes. But she was a two-faced god back in 46 BC. And she inhabited her spirit inhabited the arches and the doorways. And I know this clearly, especially Southern folk. We have a big thing about arches and doorways for New Year's. My mom used to always say, don't make sure that a man is the first person to enter your doorway or your archway in the new year, and you'll have good luck.
I never heard that.
You've never heard her say that? She always used to say when we would come home from
never heard that.
New Year's, she'd be like, let Pedro go in the house first. Let Pedro open the door so he can go through and have good luck.
Well, then I've
Right?
observed that, but
Right.
it never really explained to me the reason behind that.
That's why. That's why.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
Another.
I thought I'd just go on because I was the man. No.
Nah. I mean, you were we needed a man, but not
The man.
the man.
Amen. The man.
All right. And then we talked about Babylonians and Methodists, but let's look at the history behind Christianity. John Wesley, who is the founder of the Methodist faith, in 1740 created the first covenant renewal service, which is affectionately known today by all as our watch night service. If you are any type of Christian child, you aren't spending your New Year's with the ball dropping somewhere. You're in church at 12 o'clock.
Right.
And you're there probably at, what time we start church? 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock?
It depends. Some churches depends. We start probably around before
But
pandemic.
9?
We would probably start around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock p.m.
And then we stay until a little bit after 12 o'clock, 12:30. Before the pandemic, we have little bites to eat.
Right.
But now it's like,
Fellowship and,
you gotta go.
Yeah,
So that is where we get watch night
That's
service from.
interesting.
The
That's
Covenant
interesting.
Renewal Service was actually founded by the Methodists. Shout out Methodists. I grew up Methodist. United Methodist Church in Gary, Indiana,
right,
off
because
of Fifth Avenue.
you're entering a new year, so
Yeah.
you want to have that covenant renewal with the Lord as
Right.
you enter the new year. So
In the beginning, a lot of the traditions for New Year's services was really geared around your faith and giving honor and praise not only to God, but to God's Lordgy. Now, there's been a
shift.
tectonic shift for what? Yeah, that's New Year's, new words. Big words. Come on, you ready?
Don't get too
The tectonic. Look, you got to step it up a little bit. It's King.
I just step it up a little bit.
You got to step it up.
Yeah.
So there's been a definite tectonic shift from how we used to pay attention or give homage to New Year's. Now, New Year's has become not so much religious, but more of secular practice, right? And it's all about the self-improvements
right.
of yourself, right? How can you get better?
It is the postmodern thinking based on relativity, that what is relative in your thoughts may not be relative to mine.
Look, you talking about me and my big words. Now you coming up all theoretically based.
Then I'm in abstract. Hey, watch it now.
My God.
Give me that look.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So
45% of Americans make New Year's resolutions. And only how many percent would you think actually keep New Year's resolutions? If 45% make them, how many do you actually think keep them?
I think probably 5%.
You're generous. That's decent, but I'm gonna go a little bit higher, a little bit north of that, just 8%.
8%. Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
3%.
8%.
So I was close then.
Keep New Year's resolutions. In fact, I read something the other day. Most people start off very stringent on January 1, and they die down and stop the New Year's resolutions by January 9th.
And
9 days, 8 days.
When people make New Year's resolution, they're very genuine about it.
I think they are. I mean, they really want to focus on
I think they're
doing something different.
99% genuine, but sometimes in life, as we know about what life can do. Sometimes when life throws a curveball, you know,
Yeah.
how do you handle it? So, you know,
What do you-
99% they are genuine about it, but
Yeah.
when it comes to do the grinding and the work,
What do you think some of the biggest obstacles for people not actually carrying through your New Year's resolutions?
part of it is mental, you know.
Not enough. Is it mental fragility? Not
Yeah.
enough mental endurance?
Yeah, I think it's mental endurance, and you got
Or
to make sure.
lack
Yeah,
of mental
it's a
endurance,
lack
I
of mental
guess. Yeah.
endurance. So you got to make sure that your mental coordinate with your body.
Which is hard, because
Which
I'm
is
telling you,
hard,
when I'm sitting
yeah.
up here doing these squats and my thighs say stop, my mind says we're done.
So what else do you have?
Well, let's talk about. I was going to talk about the most popular New Year's resolutions of 2023.
Right. So
You want to talk about that? Do you have some of those?
most popular? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. Most
are some?
people seeking.
No. That's
My
yeah.
Right.
You jumping the gun. That's by state.
by state.
We're
Okay.
just talking about generally.
General. Okay, you go ahead.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't have that. You go
Well,
ahead.
obviously, exercise more.
Mhm.
57% of people want to commit
Only
to exercising.
50%.
Oh, you know what? I think that other
That would be higher than that.
40 was. I think that's 57. 43 are just like I'm good. I tried it. You know, that's not everybody's life goal.
I mean, I would hope and think that the 50% probably increase after the post-COVID, right? Because, you know, COVID has shut us down.
Well, or they could say, you know what? I was healthy during COVID and I still got COVID. So what difference does that make?
So what do you
playing
do
devil's
during
advocate.
COVID when we had? Well, one of the things that my wife and I did that she would walk and I would walk,
Yeah.
and so, you know, I would go out and walk like for 4 hours. No, excuse me, I walked for 4 miles.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I was saying.
Correction.
Okay.
No, I meant to say 4 miles, not 4 hours. So I would walk like 4 miles.
Yeah.
And it
My goal is just to get at least 10,000 steps.
right. That was
Right?
yeah, that was your
You
thing.
exceeded. Well, 10,000 steps is actually 5 miles. So you're right on the money
Okay.
with that.
Okay.
So 57% wanted to exercise more. Most people also considered eating healthier.
Eating
obviously,
healthy, yeah,
right?
obviously, right.
I've heard about dry January. Have you heard about that?
I never heard of the expression.
You never heard of that? That's something every January people commit, especially in social media, not to drink for 30 days, not to smoke for 30 days, not to have sex for 30 days. Just go dry on a lot of different things.
And by the time you
Right?
go dry, you come
You're going
back.
to be dry.
You
For
are
that.
drained.
You tapped out.
You tapped out.
That river is not flowing.
Right.
That's what they commit to do. I know.
Well,
I was quite active last year, but after we came up from New Orleans, I was just like, I'm gonna take a break, and I could not wait to January to
Yeah,
start
because
back.
sometimes your body
You
needs.
just have to relax.
Yeah, your body needs. And I think, as I said to you, I feel that
Yeah.
funk. Where
Yeah.
I'm just reached that plateau. I'm just tired. I weren't motivated, and you was one of the things you encouraged me, and take a break.
Yeah, it's
Take a break.
important.
And it's
Know
important.
what your body's saying.
Yeah, right.
So, exercise more. Obviously, eat healthier, lose weight is another big one, right? All those go together. That's why you see a lot of people returning to the gym in January. And so I'm encouraging you. I don't want to be a gym shamer. Stay with it.
Stay
Stick
with it. That's the key.
with it. If you don't know how to work those weights, ask somebody. Don't get discouraged, because you're never going to continue or meet your goals if you find excuses.
And the goal is that you're not going to the gym to impress anybody.
Wear those
Right.
cute outfits if you like.
Well, I see so many girls wear a cute outfit, and in 10 minutes they're gone.
That's
What
it.
they came in for.
Just
But the goal
sweating
is
and
that
TikToking.
right, just work within your pace, as you work out.
Yeah,
the goal is
definitely.
being healthy. You're not trying to impress anybody, and especially for guys, that's
Look,
their
guys are
challenge.
definitely trying to impress.
Yeah,
That's why
guys
y'all
trying to do
work
all
out with your
that
shirts off.
workout. Not so much with the shirt.
trying to flex your
just
chest
doing
like
a lot
Terry
of heavy
Crews.
lifting. Just sure, but anyway, work at your pace.
That's it.
And
So we
that's it.
encourage you. Clearly, fitness was on our list, so we definitely want to continue with that. 39% of people want to save money this year. That's also included in dry January. No excess spending other than essentials. That's on that list. 37% said they want to spend more time with their family and friends, and then of course, travel more, quit smoking, and get organized. Those are some of those top 10 things.
Right.
Any of those things sound familiar to you? Would you commit to any of these for the new year?
I know exercise is because you said you got to know your body, and I know for a fact that if I don't work out, I'm in that state of mind where my body, I just lose energy.
Yeah.
And I'm in that funk, as if I may use that term, that I have no energy, I don't feel like doing anything. But once I begin to start back exercising, it really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
It helped me going.
We also committed to taking more supplements. Shout out to Pharmacy for Life. We went there with Styles P, and we've been buying supplements. I got my girls little Pharmacy for Life supplements as well. And so I think it's important, just as important, to have preventative maintenance for your body.
Right.
And not just reactionary, right?
Exactly.
All right. What do you got?
Well, I have...
Let's look up some New Year's resolutions. We have New Year's resolutions by state.
By state. So...
What's New York doing? What's the general consensus of New Year's resolutions?
Just general consensus for the states.
Yeah, for New York.
Right. It said seeking therapy is the most popular New Year resolution, being the top choice in 12 states.
Yeah.
Right. State of mind.
Yeah. New York. No, actually, the physical state, not the state of mind.
New York. Okay.
New York. One of their major things is going. Look, if you live in New York, you definitely need therapy. Okay. Florida. Florida was also one of those states that included therapy.
Right.
Midwest, one of the ones for Midwest, which is Indiana, Chicago, Illinois, Ohio,
and
lose weight was their number one New Year's resolution.
And I think one of the causation for that too is because New York, so busy, just on the go, and we kind of experience the result of that during the pandemic, when we have to be closed in, secluded in our apartment, and some people didn't know what to do, and some people committed suicide.
But we're out of the pandemic, and I'm not gonna keep using those as excuses.
No, it's not excuses.
New York in itself, you just need therapy if you live here. It's all consuming. People are rude at times. I am included in that. I am a New Yorker now.
Are you rude?
I can be if you come in for me. I mean, you got to put on your face when you're walking down the street. You can't look aloof and smile. They'll eat you alive in those streets.
That's true. You got to show that you can handle.
You got to look damn near crazy.
Okay. Next one is wanting to lose. As my wife said, lose weight is also a popular New Year's resolution, being the most popular choice in 8 states.
Yeah.
Losing weight. And the third one is that 23% of Americans wanted to start living healthier as their New Year resolution in 2022. And hopefully that may be in 2023, because as I said, one thing the pandemic taught us is that, listen, don't take life for granted. And most importantly, don't take your health for granted.
That should be daily.
That should be daily.
Don't take your life for granted daily. There's people dying left and right.
The thing about it,
outside of the pandemic.
We're living in a very fast-paced and society that people don't slow down a little bit and consider how important health is. I give a prime example, moving here back, and I started doing ministry, hopping busy and stuff like that, and I wasn't doing no exercise. I was taking my youngest daughter up the step, then my arm, my knees, my back. I said, whoa. Remember we went to 24 Fitness and sign up? I said, you know what? I'm going to do it.
You know what? Most pastors are out of shape.
Yes, they are
overweight.
Yes, that is
because they're so focused on everything, and they really don't make their own vessel a priority. So if you know a pastor, y'all go walking. Take them to the gym. Have an exercise pastor ministry.
Yeah, slow him down. Slow down.
This is the year for reflection.
Right. And the next one we have, the last one that I have here is 41% of Americans make New Year resolution, but only close to you say 8%.
Yeah.
This one said 9% are successful. That's amazing. And it's from the
Zippia career expert.
Also
if we're looking at states, a lot of people in Texas, one of their resolutions is getting a new job. Right? Texas is so big, you can go from north to south. And I thought this was interesting. If you live in Washington or Oregon, one of the major resolutions there is more sleep or better sleep.
Better
Sleep. That my brother has to sleep in. He doesn't sleep well.
No.
And so he's always looking for ways to have better sleep. And he lives in Washington. So that maybe makes sense.
But because he worked the third shift, right?
He used to.
They used to. And that's one of the challenges. Because I used to work third shift myself. And I tell you, it is difficult, you all. It's really difficult when you work third shift for so many years.
Yeah.
When you get up, because your body is so, your body have this algorithm that it gets so used to. And to get away from that lifestyle and try to start another lifestyle, which is sleeping.
Well, I tell you what.
It's challenging.
You don't have a problem sleeping.
I know you sure have a
stay
problem.
in sleep.
You have a problem.
You get up early. That is not my problem. I can get paid to sleep.
That's what I say. You don't have a problem.
Yeah, no. I don't have a problem. I say you don't either, but your problem is you get up too early.
I get
you
up
don't
too
get
early.
enough sleep.
And then I go to bed late at times and
you don't get enough quality. And that's important.
And
if you want to eat more, exercise, be healthier, you have to get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Right. And
it's important.
And that's the key. And that's my doctor. My wife is my doctor anyway, so she always tell me this. And then my doctor, I go
just confirms what this doctor said.
Right.
You need to pay me.
But
that's it.
It's good to be healthy, be strong, because number one, you want to do it for your wife,
for your kids,
and for your children. And for us not to take that time and do it is very selfish for us to.
I agree. I think it's so unfair for you to cheat your family and to cheat your children by not taking care of yourself when you have to leave this earth because of selfish reasons.
And I think you kind of touch on it too when you mention the word temple, because the Bible said our body is the temple of God.
Yeah.
And we have to. Interestingly, we were talking about Bible study on Wednesday night. We touch on that a little bit about overeating, over drinking, and being lazy. Right? So
I'm sure the phone call was quiet.
It was quiet, Irish.
They're like, I ain't talking about me. That's it, smoking and drinking.
What I'm saying, if the scripture see the importance of us taking care of the temple, then God sees it very vital.
Yeah, God can't do His work if you're not your best self.
Yeah,
right.
And
which is another reason pastors need to.
And if you are so busy, with your love life, it's affect your love life too because you're too tired.
Oh,
right. You want to do stuff together, and we can't do stuff together.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm just speaking generally. It does. I mean, there are times when you and I are tired, right? And we can't do nothing. I mean, if you flick me over, I couldn't do anything. If I flick you over.
The worst thing. The worst thing is when we don't have the kids, and we're so excited to have intimate time, and we look at each other. The only thing we want to do is go to sleep.
Yeah, you remember that time when Zola was with mommy, and we were so
we were
excited.
Like, yes.
But man, that we were so tired. But we just that's it.
I was like,
we looked at each other. I said, okay, babe,
a mess.
We're gonna use this time and just
relax, rest, because that's important too. All right, so let's get into the points about how to
make lifestyle change easy.
This is the solution to keeping your resolution.
I found this very, very intriguing.
Oh, okay.
He said psychology have found that it takes an average of 66 days of a new habit to become automatic.
66? I thought it was 21.
I don't know, but what they're saying is
that
66 days to start a new habit. Listen,
that's what
we are in the world.
2 months?
Right. No, I think, first I read it, I thought, man, this is going to seem a little
That seems extreme. Yeah.
Right? But the more I contemplate on what they're saying is that it makes sense because we are in a society where people want everything right now.
Definitely. Quick.
Instant mentality.
Microwave miracles.
Mentality. Right. So it does make sense. And,
66.
Right. And if for us to process, then in doing that, you are denying your body some of the qualities that can result from that. So
66.
Automatic, right?
I think 21 days just to get into the routine, and then really the next set of days to actually get your mind and your body
Right. And then,
acclimated.
and then have a plan, a strategy that can help develop a lifestyle change plan that works for you. You see, you can't jump in the water. You know, it's like if you know you can't swim, what the hell are you jumping in the water for? Right?
Just to save someone else that can't swim.
Both of you.
Both of y'all dead.
Both of you are dead. As Jesus said, how can
Throw
the
you a
blind
stick.
Right, how can the blind lead the blind?
Yeah.
Right? So we must have a plan.
You gotta have a strategy.
Got to have a plan, have a strategy that is going to work for you and you only. One of the things I love about my wife, and I think she can attest to herself that, you know, used to do workout and, you know, you're doing good, then you stop. And then she gained the weight back. And then she will start back again. And I used to do the same thing too, to be honest with you, because I realized that I didn't have a strategy. I mean, I do a lot of running, lifting, but my gut was still big. I'm thinking, okay, ain't I supposed to?
Where's my six pack at?
Yeah, where's my six pack at? I used to have it many years ago, but not anymore.
You did.
But you know, I'm thinking, you know, we have to have a strategy to do what we need to do.
But not today. I got a strategy.
Yeah.
I didn't lose weight and I'm keeping the weight off and I still work out.
So
I have a plan.
So here are 10 ways that we can. Number 1, focus on the whole picture.
Yeah.
Right? What is the picture here you're trying to do? You're trying to create a lifestyle, right? That you can work within. As the research here site said, you know, it's like you doing a puzzle. Yeah. Right. And if you put all one piece on one side, then the other side look crooked, look out of place, right? Yeah. So you got to look at your physical, your mental, your emotional health, not just one. Because sometimes we focus on the body
and then forget about our bad eating habits, or our emotional eating.
Our emotional eating, exactly.
Throw all that out the window.
Right. You know, so you need to consider those 3 areas: your physical, mental, and emotional. Yeah. A lot of guys focus on their physical. But when it comes to cardio, they don't have that.
Well, they focus on the weight.
They focus on lifting weight, getting big. But the cardio was really bad. And one of the things I tried to do is that, and I try to be very intentional and mindful about that. When I exercise, I also do cardio. Yeah. Because one makes sense looking big and you're still unhealthy.
I would just say to that, because we can talk about physical or exercise all day, especially if you want to lose weight, it's 80% nutrition. And most people miss that. You can't out work out a bad diet. You can't overwork a bad diet. So if you're not eating right, and that's the number one thing people miss, you have to learn how to eat better, and then everything else falls into place. Right. Which I guess that 66 days really does help. Because you can work out for 21 days and get it, but you're still not going to look like you want to look.
Right. So, you know, as my wife, so to create those lifestyle that we need, I think you're going to focus on some of it already, making those lifestyle changes in your life. Number 1, you mentioned the sleep. All right. Sleep is important, right? We have to have...
Okay, we got that.
Sleep. Got that. Yep. Okay.
7 to 9 hours a night.
9. Water. Oh my goodness. None of my wife get on me on that, right? Intake. She drink... No, I had to give it to her. She does drink a lot of water. But
we have our cups here, but trust me.
It's not water in it.
Well...
But she got her water.
It ain't liquor either. But I'm always going to have every picture I take on Instagram, I got a jug of water.
Yeah, water is important. And then, see my doctor, you got to drink some water. See, my wife always on my case on that.
Doctor tip number 2.
Yeah, so I've been drinking water now. I really have been drinking water.
All right, alleviate your stress.
Yeah, it does. And,
that's why New Yorkers have to go to therapy. Because it speaks for itself.
Right, and stress is another area too, right? That we have to work on taking care of your body.
Did you know stress puts weight around your tummy and your love handles? That's where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And a lot of stress does do that. I'll give a prime example. I remember when I was working in Lubricant, when I was living in Kentucky. I'll give a prime example. And I was working out, running, but I found out that I was so stressed out I didn't have energy. And then when I called back here to a friend of mine, talked with her, she's a doctor, and she told me, said, Pedro,
who you talking to?
What's past that slot?
Okay.
That she said, you are stressed out. And I said, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working my body, I'm trying to eat right, but my mental state was defeating everything that I was doing.
Period. All day.
And the stress was just didn't help.
All right, what you got? What's the second one? Because we talk about consumption of foods and then exercise. So what's our second
about water,
one?
We talk about stress,
Yeah.
and consumption.
All right. Well, let's go to the second. Let's go to the second.
Okay, the second is set realistic and achievable goals.
Definitely.
Right.
SMART goals is what I say. Specific, measurable. Oh shucks. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely.
Right. You gotta make your goal realistic, right? Never, if you set a goal where you can't meet, then that's too much for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you set an expectation when you know you're not developed.
And I would say
meet that expectation.
Make small goals to get weight. Okay, you want to lose weight, but then what? 5 pounds a month? How many times a week do you want to work out? You know, just don't say by summertime I want my body ready. Be more tailored.
Be
Tailor
realistic.
that.
Because I remember when I started to, in 2016 when I really started running, I was doing like 10 miles, 8 miles, 10 miles, 8 miles, 6 miles.
You were very specific.
I was very specific, but when I started, right, I began to say to myself, I'm gonna set a realistic goal. And one of the goals is that if I run 1 mile, then I can do 2.
Mm-hmm.
And at times when I didn't get to do 2,
yeah,
disappointed. That time I went to the Van Cortlandt Park and I just ran just half a mile.
But you had to learn that, because I remember he was like, "Oh, babe, I'm running. Let's go run." And I'm running. I'm like, "How long we gonna run? 5 miles?" I hadn't ran 100 yards, and he was trying to make me run 5 miles.
In 2016,
so set small goals.
You did run 6 miles.
Well, that's because you promised me a new Coach bag.
I did get it too.
You promised me something good. I'm gonna run.
She's gonna run. All right.
That's easy.
So set realistic goals that you can meet. And remember, your goals shouldn't be
it should be smart goals.
Right, it should be smart goal. And also, my wife has a goal. I have my goal as well. So you got to know, the goal doesn't mean it have to be the same goal.
Definitely not. And give yourself some grace.
Right.
Give yourself some grace.
Number 3, create daily structural activities that's related to the goal. Right. Building activity into your day helps you stay on track with your goals. One of the things my wife does is that she does, walk. Mm-hmm. Even though she does exercise, she will walk.
Gotta have my steps.
Yeah, she always keep her step in. And I know when the pandemic came, we would not go back to the gym. I began to say, you know what? I'm gonna do some walking.
I didn't do nothing for
running.
The pandemic.
I did a little bit of running, a little bit of walking, just to maintain. And I was, people often said, "Why you keep?"
But then
walking around? I'm just maintaining.
What are you doing now, though? Right? It's easy to do it during the pandemic. Then I had nothing to do. So how do you integrate, find and structure daily habits to do it?
Well, let's go back and
when you're back at work.
Right. Then you have to come up with another, strategic plan. You have to have your plan.
Yeah.
What are you?
A lot of people work during the day. How you
Right.
do that? I like to work out in the mornings, and I have to. If I try to do it in the evening, it's a no-go.
No, it's a no.
So figure out what works best for you, and just build it into your normal daily routine. People say, "I'm too busy to do this." You're not too busy to do something else. So people make time for things they want.
Right. Exactly.
People make priority. People make priority. Make things a priority,
right,
for what they want.
So
that includes
4,
people.
Make habits that you can keep.
All right, we just talked about that.
We talk about that. Well, some of the habits that I talk about the food. It says swap out sandwiches for open-faced sandwiches, cutting out half the carbs in your sandwich and makes a huge difference in your nutritional balance.
Yeah.
Right. But now for guys like me, who see the calories important when you're lifting weights, but then again, you must have a balance when you do that. Number 2, it's a swap of seltzer for soda, right? One of the things that I think we did a good job now managing how much
you
soda.
saying seltzer? I don't dig seltzer.
Well,
I'd rather drink water.
Right, water. But we did, that's just a suggestion, right? So we balance that out because drinking a lot of soda, does put weight on you.
That's just liquid calories.
Right. Swap Greek yogurt for some cream.
For sour cream. Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's good.
Not only do you save calories, but you also had healthy
probiotics
to the recipe.
All right, what else you got?
Number 4, swap out an apple for your bagels. You don't like eat apple.
They ain't talking about New Yorkers.
Yeah.
I'll take a bagel any day.
Yeah, she take a bagel. I eat fruits. She doesn't eat
Don't
fruits,
do it.
you know.
I don't eat fruits.
Number 5, adopt new habits slowly and build on success.
All right. We
Number
got that.
6,
We got that
right.
now.
Find a lifestyle buddy.
An accountability partner.
Now,
is
would you
so
consider me as a
important.
lifestyle buddy? To some
No.
extent?
Nah,
Why?
because we don't work out together. You work out to lift, to gain. I work out to lose.
Right.
And so our plans of eating even are totally different.
Now, there was a time when we used to work out together.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't do it as
course, you
often
know,
anymore. But when we took the girls,
Pre-NYC,
right,
you know.
NY, come here. Anyway, so,
But find somebody.
find
I
somebody.
definitely I keep myself accountable by posting online. So if someone says, "Yo, I haven't seen you post in a while," then that means
But
let me get back to it.
accountability means that you have someone who's encouraging.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though the person may not work with you, and many times
Well, you want
I've
someone to work.
encouraged
You want someone to work with
Yeah.
you, especially if you have.
But you remember no, take that back, because in the pandemic I was working out with you. My challenge was that one of my challenges, and I
When
said
did
to
we
her,
work out in the pandemic?
that guy he was doing on the
The heat challenge.
20 beach body. What's his name?
Oh, Shanti.
Not Shanti, but the other one.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's white gentleman. I forgot what's
Joel.
Yeah, I think that. And my thing is, I said to her, the space that we were in was too small. But I did it with her, but it was just too small. But anyway.
I don't know. I don't think we're accountability buddies because you actually work out at the gym and I work out at home.
But you remember though, we used to do Sean
So
T back home.
we have two totally separate.
We used to do Sean T back home. You remember?
Again, pre-New York City.
Right, pre-New York. But we need to get.
We've been here 9 years.
Right,
so
we need to
anything
get
like
back.
that's a decade away. That's a decade ago.
But no, there's some, because remember every Friday.
It's okay.
we
You
should
don't
go
have to
and work
justify
out.
that you're not my accountability partner.
No,
It's all right.
I'm your accountability partner. I always remind
It's
us today.
all right.
Have you worked out today? That's about being an accountability partner, because I know by encouraging you, you get there. But that's why we need to get back to do that on a Friday rather than go, hanging out and eat. But we need to get back.
Well, I
together.
work out on Fridays. I worked out this morning.
Right. But I'm saying we need to get back to it when the weather get better, of course.
It's okay.
No, because I do enjoy working out. I know you enjoy working out with me. Hey. Number 7.
Next.
Track your progress, right?
Track your progress.
Right.
Let me tell you, ladies, this is a big one. Stay off that scale. I used to be a big scale watcher. That scale will have you in your head, losing your pooping mind.
One of the problems is that, and I said, listen, you just can't be working on it and expect to drop the weight that quickly.
Well, first of all, women take a longer time to drop weight than men. And we got way more pockets where our weight is stored. We got this, we got back, we got thighs. Every place gets trapped with weight. So all I'm saying is just stay off the scale. Track your progress a different way.
Part of it is tracking.
I always say inches versus pounds.
Right. Part is tracking tracking your progress. For example, when I go to the, I do.
Well, but this isn't all about weight lift. This isn't all about exercise.
No, it's not about. It's about exercise. It's about tracking what you're doing.
No, it's just lifestyle. It's not just about working out. It's just about life tracking your progress.
Tracking your progress.
Set a goal.
Set a goal. Make sure you're meeting those goals.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You keep talking about weights and exercise.
But it's part of that, baby. It's part of that. You have to track your goal. How are you doing?
Keep a journal. I keep a journal, and sometimes I look back at things that I written there like 5 years ago, and I'm like, oh, I actually accomplished that. Oof, I'm glad I'm not in that headspace anymore.
Right.
And so track your progress.
And track
see where you're going.
that you're eating, the type of food that you're eating as you go. So
you went right back to food again.
Yeah.
Working out.
Number 8, change one behavior at a time. Right? You don't have to do it all at once. The goal is that when we're trying to change our lifestyle, it's not to do it at once. You take baby steps. As the saying said, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
The thing is, who's eating elephants though? That's like the worst analogy.
That's a great analogy.
Is it? I mean, it's a big animal, unless you're chomping down those elephant ears at the carnival. Shout out to those elephant ears.
How do you eat a pig? Do you put the whole entire pig in your mouth?
Yeah, if it's a luau.
No, you eat it piece by piece.
I love pigs.
Right? So the goal is that don't do it at once. take
Yeah.
steps
And
to meet your goal.
I would say, even if it's just for business or if it's a personal development, try to read one. Don't try to knock down one whole book in a month. Try to at least take a chapter a week, a chapter a month. Just try to do it incrementally versus jumping in, because that's how you get discouraged. And that's how you fall into that 8 to 9% of people who are unsuccessful when they create new goals.
Right. And to create that lifestyle that you're looking for, it
I got a
takes
question
patience and it takes dedication. Those are the two things: patience and dedication.
What has been, you say you don't keep resolutions, but what are some of the goals that you've set for yourself that you think have been the hardest to keep?
Not eating too much rice.
And that's, you definitely have to retract that. That's got to be a cultural thing, because rice.
It is a cultural thing. It is.
Caribbeans and Asian descent people.
Listen,
love y'all some rice.
It's hard.
What else? Give me something else outside of food. Is there anything else that you set your mind to that maybe has been really hard for you to be consistent on?
Well, I really got to think about that one a little bit. Or two.
No, I think I'm killing it right now. So I don't have any that I haven't done yet. I think I'm killing it.
I have to agree with you, because as I keep saying to you, I think you're doing a better job than I am right now, to be honest with you. But to get back to your question, have I said something that I've never keep?
What are some of the resolutions or something that you put your mind to that you found the hardest to stick with?
Well, one of my challenges used to be that every time I read a book, I was not able to get it to finish it. So it's my goal going forward was that, I'm definitely going to finish reading these books.
All right. And like the example I gave, one chapter at a time.
One chapter at a time.
I have a lot of books. I'm still looking at this Barack Obama book.
You have not even.
Me and Michelle, we're good. We got through that. But me and Barack, it's just.
Did you finish read the entire book of Michelle?
Yes. That was amazing.
Wow.
She's a good read. Me and Mish, we had a good time.
But it's all depending on the book, so
it does.
It depends.
It does. I was fooling myself because Barack Obama's so fine. I figured I could read his book, but I guess I'm reading and not looking at him, so it's a little more difficult.
So I'm looking at you.
It's Barack Obama. You know Barack Obama's fine.
But I'm not fine with me. Even you better read my book.
Look, I'm earmarking all your chapters, baby. I'm earmarking all your chapters. I got you.
Obama.
Sorry, bro.
You're all right.
You're all right with me.
Okay, number 9. Learn about balanced nutrition and find the balance that works for you.
Yeah.
That is so vital, you all.
It is.
And I struggle with that. One of the things I do struggle with that. So, as my wife says, it's part of the culture, what I eat. And it's hard. Let me tell you, it's like.
I think you can still enjoy your rice. It's just in moderation. He has like a mound of rice on his plate. And I'm just like, where's the room for vegetables? Where's the room for anything else? All that starch.
Baked potato.
And mac and cheese.
All
that.
Oh my goodness.
And then go straight to sleep.
But all the honest, my wife has been helping me in that area.
Yeah.
So I've been, I'm making.
You're getting better. You're definitely getting better.
I'm making steps.
And you can enjoy yourself. Like when oh my God, we went to this Christmas party. Remember that? I'm like, I lost my mind, but I did.
You lost your mind.
I could have eaten another plate. I was just trying to be cute, but I could have put another plate on.
You could.
I could have. I wish I would have.
And that drink was good too, because you were killing that drink.
We had this pina colada drink. It was just mainly like pineapples. Oh, it was so good. I did what any black person would do. Probably not even if we would. I was like, can I get a cup to go?
I tell you, I think I'm so proud of myself. Seriously.
So good.
That I only ate one plate. And it was not much.
I was like, that's all you doing? I was shocked at you for that. And it made me only want to get one plate. I felt bad trying to get another plate.
And
the food
was good. The food was good.
So I cannot wait for Christmas this year.
The food was good. But anyway, and the last one, find your why.
Big time.
Why are you doing what you're doing?
Big time.
You got to discover what your deepest goal is.
Yeah.
and then motivate and find a positive medium to pursue it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
agree.
And set the goals. You know,
I agree.
And one more thing I will say about the why is that I've come to learn this year, and I'm learning it, that don't beat yourself up.
Give yourself grace.
Yeah, even though you may fail, don't
Sure.
beat yourself up. At least you was out there doing it.
At least you tried.
Because I remember one time I went out there to run, and man, I went back in the car and said I ain't do it. But I never beat myself up.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I don't feel like it.
Mhm.
But I tell you one thing though, what I can really say is that for 2016, that springtime into the summer of that year, I've ran over 287 miles.
I mean, that was
but
7 years ago.
It was 7 years ago. But the point is, I'm trying to make it was that, even though I start off small.
Yeah. You set a goal though, and you did do it.
And I did it, right? And it may seem discouraging at time, but you have to keep motivate yourself. Yeah. So the goal is that know your why.
Yeah, it's important to find your why. I think that's the only reason why I keep going. Is because I know what I'm looking forward to. The beginning of my weight loss journey was purely out of vanity. And it's in multiple aspects.
No,
it still is.
I mean, you want to look good for yourself.
But
and I want to look good for you. I want to take my shirt off.
Let me go ahead and give you that one. Yeah.
I said, baby.
It's really out of vanity. I want to look good. Yeah. And I also want to look healthy.
But the goal is to be healthy.
But if you know what your goal is on why you want to achieve these goals, then it should be easier for you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to ask you one question before we get ready to wrap it up. As we're talking about our New Year's resolutions or New Year's revolutions or revelations, where do you want to be as we're moving into 2024? Say we're in 2024, we're sitting at this table. What would you have wanted to accomplish by the end of this year?
One of the accomplishments for the end of this year is be more mindful of things that you love to do. Because I know that for you is very special for you. It's important that we do things together. So my goal is to definitely be more mindful of those things that you've shared with me in the past.
Okay.
And I definitely will work towards that. What about you?
What else do you want to accomplish? Well, what do you want to accomplish for yourself? What do you want to say that you've completed by the end of this year? That's sweet though. Thank you. What do you want to done when we hit 2024 and we're sitting here with 100,000 subscribers? What do you want to say you've accomplished by the end of this year?
Oh man, I think doing this podcast together, I think that's a great accomplishment for both of us. So my hope and goal is for 2024 that God will just catapult us in those arenas where we can be recognized, where we can be an influencer to encourage people.
Definitely.
And we literally change people's lives. So that's one of the things that I want us to accomplish going into the next year.
I like that.
How about you?
What do I want to accomplish by the end of this year? I've been dragging this job thing out for the last 9 years. I'm done with it. I want to do something where I have opportunities to be impactful to people. I still want to teach, but I'm not going to drag that record out saying it's going to be at a university. I just want to find opportunities where I can teach authentically. With my nose ring, with my locks, as I am, and everyone focuses on what's up here and one comes out. I want to do that. And
I don't think your nose ring got anything to do with it.
You know what? Professionally, if I went to corporate America, this couldn't be. Right? I remember when I first started Mercy, I had blonde hair and I was thinking about dyeing it black because I didn't want to go to school with colored hair.
Yeah.
But black girls get it bad. There's always some people picking on us about.
Well, this is not subject matter.
I know. I'm just saying being authentic. And then what else do I want to accomplish? A lot of personal things I want to accomplish that I don't want to say because they're at the cusp of possibly coming to fruition. So when they happen. But definitely, I want us to do better. I would love for us to get a house. Get out of here.
Right.
Get out of here. Get out of this apartment. We've been living here way too long. We love it. It's a blessing. But I really want
But
four
yeah, right.
walls.
Going forward.
I want us to have 4 walls that are our own.
house. Definitely do have a house for the family. And then for our daughters too, because Zola is drawing has really improved.
She needs her own room where she can actually have like a little desk and work out. I mean, work her write her stuff out.
Right.
So space. We need space.
But we thank God for what He has done and continue to do.
Yeah, we're thankful.
Those are the things that we hopefully for the family that we will have our own space, our own home, where we can send our daughter to art school.
Yeah.
Because the girl is getting so much better. So much better. And I'm so proud of her. We are so proud of her.
Yeah.
What she's doing. And she's also a big influencer because her smaller sister is
a
big influencer on her sister.
Oh, yeah.
Because Zarin started drawing now. And she come, hey, mommy, look at this, look at this. And
she gave me something I was supposed to put up here. I don't know where.
So our oldest daughter's really influenced our youngest daughter in that area. So, and she's doing good. She's really good.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us.
So we thank you. We hopefully you were able to just get a little bit of information about how New Year's Eve celebrations came to be.
Right.
Please don't fall between that 8 and 9%. Set smart goals and give yourself some grace. Pay attention to how to use those 10 steps to make your lifestyle changes easier. And if you're in New York, go to therapy.
And then finally, work on our marriage.
Work on your marriage.
Yeah.
Work on your singledom. Work on enjoying
you. If you're single, work on your single marriage. If you're married, work on your marriage. Because one of the things that I'm very conscientious about is to do that. Work in a way that can be pleasing to my wife because, as the Bible said, we are one. And we need to be mindful of that, guys. We need to be mindful of that. And I'm learning. I'm getting there.
Look, we've been married we're going on 14 years this year. And sometimes we have to understand that we can't take our spouses for granted.
Right.
And we have to revisit the things that we used to do before to reignite our relationships.
Our passion.
So I think that's important. Hopefully that comes to fruition.
Right.
But it's a team effort.
It's a team effort.
It's just not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Right?
But we are getting there, y'all.
I guess we're in therapy.
We are pressing on. No, I'll say in therapy. We're not in therapy.
This is our therapy.
I think this is our therapy right here. but the good thing about it, and then I just wrap it up here. The good thing that you recognize it, that we recognize it. Right, I'm willing to make those steps.
Because most people don't, at least the people I know, they don't recognize it until it's too late and your relationship is already fractured.
Right.
Let's talk about real quick, what's our next upcoming series for the new year?
Church hurts.
So if you're watching our podcast, if you've been a victim of church hurt, DM us, send us a notification on your YouTube. We'd love not to call you out, but we want to at least know what are some situations that we can address, right? Or if you want to be on our podcast this year.
Help, unrecognizable. What's this again?
Help, unpack.
Oh, excuse me. Help, unpack, recognizable.
T.
Trauma.
K.
All right. I knew it was in pack.
It's unrecognizable.
Help, unpack, recognizable trauma.
And we'll probably even dive into unrecognizable trauma because that filters over too.
Yeah, and we're going to get into it. And this is not going to be a rush.
No, this is going to be a few series.
There's going to be a few
episodes.
Because when you look at us,
we got about 12.
We got a lot.
We got 12 episodes just us.
We got a lot. But we want to share our experience. And the goal is not to degrade anybody.
No.
Degrade anybody's experience. The one who caused the experience, but to let people know, you know what, there's grace.
And it's important to talk about it because a lot of the things that I've been hearing as I'm asking people about their church hurt is that they don't want to rehash it or they don't want to put anybody's name out there. And it's not about that because your feelings are your feelings. And if you've been hurt and that's pushing you away from going to church or at least recognizing that God is the author and finisher of your life, then that's something we need to address.
Right.
And the people who are responsible for it, hopefully they are listening, or you might even be encouraged to talk to them.
Right. And you're giving that person too much power over your life. Too much power.
I learned that. That's my goal this year too.
But babe,
I ain't worried about you this year. By invitation only.
By invitation only. And please, Well, I'll let my wife
Please
do
what?
her one.
What you got?
Turn around. I do mine this way.
Oh, it's how we? I you're back. You doing too much.
So,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Y'all have a good evening.